Hello YouTube, Jason from Renegade Rants Comics. So first thing I wanted to say, it is Christmas Eve. I hope everyone is ready for the holiday, and I have to work a little bit later today, but I wanted to get a video out and just tell everybody in the community, anybody that's watched the videos over the last few months that I've been on, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and kind of go through some stuff that I wouldn't necessarily call Christmas gifts. Some are Christmas gifts that I got a little bit early from some of my friends, but just kind of do like a little more in-depth video on a few things that came that I kind of have done some research on. So first thing I've got is Son of Crom had sent me this amazing art piece, and I don't know if you can see it there, but it's actually on Marvel trade dress. And if you look right there, it's got an M and like a little design around the M. We weren't 100% sure who the artist was. So I'm trying to rack my brain because I'm a Ghost Rider guy. And at 3 a.m. one day, I literally sit up and I'm like, I have that book. I have that art, because Johnny Blaze usually didn't have like the earrings that he had in that picture. So I go through the collection, and this is basically where the art is. So if you go in here, see if I can find a good one. That's of course. I'm like, I recognize the belt. I recognize kind of the art style and stuff like that. And I was looking for somebody that his last name starts with an M, but it was actually Matthew Clark. I don't know if you can see that right in there. But so then, just to verify everything, like, that I was right, I ended up going on, I'm Googling it, and I'm trying to look on the internet and just trying to find that design, and I found that he had done a Batman and the Outsiders. I think he's done quite a bit of things, but I ended up finding him on Instagram, and it looks like he's actually been having some health issues of late, and there was a GoFundMe set up, so I donated to the GoFundMe, what I could afford kind of thing. But I just thought that was kind of interesting that I get that, and then I find the artist, and so if anyone wants to look him up, I believe that it's still up and running for him. I think he's doing a little bit better now health-wise, but I just, wanted to throw that out there. So the next things that I've got, and I've got my normal weekly pickup, but my friend Sean and Dave and Trevor, we always usually do a guy's Christmas, and Dave is the one that gave me the big comic collection a while back that I still have quite a few. I can make a couple videos off of it because it was pretty extensive, but it was the Outsiders, and basically Sean and my friend Trevor got me a couple books, and they're pretty good books. So the first one that I'm going to show you is going to be Captain America 241. And this is from 1980. It's the key. It's the first battle of Cap and Punisher. And Mike Barr and Frank Miller in this one. So I thought that was really cool. And then, fitting the same theme, we have Daredevil 183. And of course, this is key from 1982. It's the first battle of Daredevil and Punisher, and Frank Miller did both the story and the art on this. And 184, which is also from 1982, and it's the first team up of Daredevil and the Punisher. And what's nice about these is, if anyone remembers watching the John Bernthal Punisher, where Daredevil and him, during the Daredevil series, were kind of going at it, that's basically in that story. So I thought that was really cool. And then I was absolutely floored when I opened this one up. We've got The Amazing Spider-Man 134. And this is from 1974. It's a key. We got Jerry Conway and John Romita Sr. on this. And I knew it was the first Tarantula, but it's also the second appearance of the Punisher. However, 135 is cited as the second appearance, with this being considered a cameo. But on Key Collector and everything else I saw, this is the second appearance. And I don't like to get into the whole debate thing like Hulk 180 or 181, which is the first Wolverine. Well, my thought is that if the character is in a full, like, that's not a silhouette, you can see the character, I'm going to call that an appearance. So that's what I've got there. So it's then as far, and thank you to my friends for grabbing those for me. I appreciate that. And then for my weekly pickups, we've got Wolverine #1. Excellent read. And this is the first Wolverine in an ongoing series. And Benjamin Percy and Kendrick, I'm going to mispronounce that, Kendrick Kunka Lim on the art. And then they got me with the foil, because I just thought that this foily goodness for Wolverine, so this is just the foil Mark Bagley variant. And then we've got Silent Night Returns, Batman and Santa Claus Silent Night Returns #4. And let's see, Jeff Parkey and Bernard Chang on that. So that's the comic pickups, which the books I got for Christmas for my friends are just amazing. They're awesome. They fill in a few holes in my collection that I wanted, so I wanted to give them a huge shout out and thank you and Merry Christmas to you and to all a good night. But then I had a couple other things that actually came in too. So I had been on Colossus Collector's live stream, which was like his Christmas special, and it's amazing. If you want to go rewatch that, I can't tell you how much fun that was. But they were doing some giveaways during that, and I was lucky enough to win Lunch Money's giveaway, which this is already opened, but I got another Lunch Money sticker, which is really cool. And then Mike threw a little note in there. Hopefully he doesn't mind if I read it. But Jason, congrats on the giveaway, and I hope you have a great holiday. Merry Christmas, Mike at LMC. So I'm going to keep that. And then I had actually won 2 things. One was a Nintendo Switch game, and I ended up giving that to a friend of mine for a Christmas present, so I paid it forward. And then I got the cool Lunch Money comic shirt. So, very excited about that. And on top of that, Mike, the shirts were being sold at, I believe, a charity event that was going on at Has Been Comics in Massachusetts. I actually was going to try to get up there, but I just couldn't swing it with work and the drive time, because it's about 5 hours or 5.5 hours from where I live. But I had won the shirt, and Mike had been selling the shirts for muscular dystrophy, and it was a $20 donation, and he actually donated $20 on top of giving me the shirt, so I thought that was really cool. So I did a donation as well. I'm not sure if the link is still up on his Instagram or not, but it's a really worthwhile cause, and kind of help out when we can. Last thing that I just got is my friend Hagen at Lettuce Comics had sent me a little note on Instagram and on Messenger saying that if he sent me something, he's wondering about my address. So I haven't opened this yet. I figure I would open this on the video and see what we've got. So we're going to use the Letter Opener 2000 and see what we have, I'm actually trying not to rip the envelope because it's going to sound really stupid, but I used to laugh at my grandmother, who always kept every correspondence ever from people, like Christmas cards and stuff. But then I realized that she was keeping it because when people were gone, because my great-grandparents used to write her letters in the Christmas cards, telling what was going on and stuff like that, so it's kind of a history lesson, so I just kind of like that. So, oh my god, that is so awesome. So Hagen sent me a Christmas 24, my logo ornament, and that is so cool. Thank you so much, Hagen. Thank you so much, Les. So, oh, he actually put a little letter in there too. I don't think he would mind if I read it. Jason, hey man, I just wanted to send you a little something for Christmas. Thank you for all the support and kindness you've shown me over the past year. Meeting awesome people like you is by far the best part of what we do. I hope to hang out more in the coming year. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Hagen. So, and that's the one thing I'm going to say about the community, is I can't tell you, and again, it's kind of an odd thing. I've made friends, and I know I've made friends in the community, and I would like to think, when you interact with somebody, you can instantly tell if you're going to be friends with them. But I don't ever want to assume that, maybe it's we're just in the same kind of thing and we're on a stream together, but there isn't anybody I've actually interacted with that has been negative. And there's negativity on YouTube. There's negativity in the comic book community. And it's not anybody that I interact with. It's not anybody that I think they interact with. I have seen friendships grow, and I think the greatest thing that I ever remember is when I was at Terrificon, I got to meet a few of the creators, Ricky from All Sorts of Words. I saw him, and I just, and overly, very nice, stopped, talked to me. He had a lot of stuff going on. A lot of the people that I met had stuff going on. Tessa's a Nerd was there. 360 Comics was there, and I'm trying to say hi, and I was, kind of trying to not be that guy, but I was trying to, say hi to Mike, and, he had given me a sticker then, but he was actually kind of filming part of a video that he was doing for the Terrificon thing on some of the artwork that he was picking up, and I didn't want to, interrupt him. But everybody I've met has been overly nice. And I just remember that I was out in the bad people area smoking a cigarette, and Mon, I think, had just came out for a minute to get some fresh air or something like that, and Mon and I had first met at Free Comic Book Day last year, and I had just been watching his videos. He was in a store where Joe Jusko was signing some pieces, and literally I just saw him and I'm like, Mon Comics, and he was in a rush. I mean, he took time to say hi to me and stuff, but he was kind of in a rush and just, trying to get back in time for the kids. He only had a certain amount of time and stuff like that. But we actually, when we met up in Terrificon, I would like to say Mon's a good friend in the community kind of thing, I think that you can get good connections with this. So if anyone's watching this and they're kind of debating, do I want to start a YouTube channel? There's work. You've got to kind of, put a video out, and you're putting yourself out there, and I'm not the best editor. I'm not the best, I would like to say my content's good, but there's better channels. But I have a lot of people that watch what I do, and they kind of like what I do, so, I'm going to keep on doing it. I'm not getting a lot of views. I'm not, setting YouTube on fire by any stretch of the imagination, but I also got thinking about it. It's kind of a legacy. I wish I could hear my grandfather's voice, especially during the holidays. My grandmother, my grandfather, anybody So I'm going to just throw this out there. You can set up a YouTube channel. It can be private. And maybe just record Christmas. Maybe just record the people around you that at some point won't be around you anymore. And you can always have that to go back to. You know, yes, you could save the video on your phone, but phones get destroyed, they get wiped out, memory and stuff like that. But if you could upload them to a spot and just have that to look back on. And I know some people have old VHSs that they switch over to DVD or whatever, but I'm just saying, you know, it would be a way to kind of have something. I look at it from this standpoint. If something happened to me tomorrow, I know my friends would probably, and I don't know how long my channel would stay up once I'm gone. I don't think they necessarily take it down, but they can go on and just listen to me rant about comic books. You know, they're feeling nostalgic and they want to talk to me kind of thing. And I think a lot of people lose a lot of people during the holidays. We've lost some people in the community. You know, we've lost some creators this year. You know, it's the circle of life, I guess, but it's just nice to have something as memories. And when we were at Terrificon, like, Mon had came out to kind of cool off, and it was right before he was going to go meet Charlie Cox. And the phone rang while we were kind of talking, and he did a little snippet video while we were sitting outside. And then it was Colossus Collector. And I've gotten to know Colossus Collector, you know, kind of through chats and streams. You know, I follow him on Instagram and stuff like that. But, you know, every time, like, I interact with him in a chat or something like that, you know, hey, man, what's going on? Good to see you, you know. So, I like to think that this community is something that if you don't really know where to fit in, you know, maybe you're a closet comic book reader, or maybe you're, you know, you got ideas that, you know, for some channel ideas, excuse me. Why not? Put yourself out there a little bit. And if you don't want to put yourself out there, interact with the chat. There's live streams that go on all the time. So my shout outs right now are going to be Nate from Haul Yeah Comics. He is extremely under subbed, and people need to actually get on there and sub him up because he puts out really good content. Lettuce Comics, Hagen from Lettuce Comics. Thank you for the gift, but I love your channel. Like, I love the little funny openings that he does, and the fact that he comes up with that is amazing. And I watched him and Nate from Haul Yeah play Rivals the other day because they did a live stream on it, and it was one of the funniest things you would ever want to watch because the way they're interacting, you know. But a couple other ones. Son of Crom. He's got really good content. He's got really good books he's showing off, and I would like to see him get a good sub count up and stuff because he does a lot for the community. Like, when he goes into a chat, when he goes into a stream, he's literally, you know, interacting. He's trying to do things for the community. And this contest that he came up with, I was lucky enough to make it into the Elite 8 of this contest. So there was 36 creators that started. You know, and the fact that I made it to the Elite 8, I couldn't believe that I did that kind of thing. And of course, I was, you know, literally telling all my friends and family to vote for me. But, you know, it's one of those things that he didn't have to do that. He did it to get people's eyes on, and he didn't do it for his sub count. Like, he did it to get eyes on these other channels, like Stevie D, Comics with Stevie D. That man loves some comic books. He needs to get some more subs put on there, kind of thing. Belle Izzard is another one. I'm going to miss Side Quest Comics. Last time I did a little shout out for things, I'm such a moron because Side Quest had me on one of his live shows, and that's how I met Dope Comics. Like, all of these channels Like, you can find something, and maybe my channel is not the thing for you. Like, dude, all he does is talk about Ghost Rider, he's showing his pickups, doesn't really have that much. There's a channel out there for you, man. You know, you can find somebody that you can, that's great, I really like that. Or maybe it's just one of their videos kind of thing inspires you. But most people I know, and I'm one of them, is I was inspired by Mon and Lunch Money Comics when I first started. You know, initially Mint Hunter Comics was one that I was watching religiously because I loved the hunt videos. And that's why I think I like Lunch Money so much, because he still goes out and does the hunt. And Mint Hunter has kind of become more of a, I don't want to say a business because that doesn't sound right, but he transitioned from, this is his job as well. So, and he's on the EXP, and he's on, you know, YouTube still cranking out content and stuff like that, but he doesn't do a lot of hunt videos anymore because I think he's just buying collections now to, you know, have stuff for his store. You know, it is what it is. We all evolve in this, you know. So, it's kind of a lengthy video today, but I really kind of wanted to throw some things out there. If I've missed any of the friends that I've made in the community kind of thing and their channels, I'm going to try to put a link to all the channels that I mentioned again down in the description. Check them out, you know. See if there's something on there that you would actually like, you know, kind of thing. And a lot of them have different material. They have a lot of videos up kind of thing. So you can actually go on and just, hey, maybe I'll look at this, maybe I'll look at that kind of thing, or something. So, but I want everyone to know that I think that 2025 is going to be a good year. And I am never optimistic about a new year because I work in a pharmacy department, and the beginning of the year is always, everybody's got new insurance cards. It's the most stressful time ever in my job, and I usually dread it. But being part of this community, being able to talk to people, you know, about my interests, what I like, interacting with new people, getting to meet different people in this community, it's been a blessing. So, Merry Christmas, and I hope everyone has a Happy New Year. I'll probably have a video out before the New Year, but we'll see it from there.